We in here. What's up? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good in the hood? It is your man Theo Buck, and yes, we in here. This is a trigger warning video. So yeah, I'm gonna do my best. Like this is me doing my part to help out the community. That's what this is and everything like that. So before we pull up, let me know how you feeling and everything like that. We're gonna make it do what it's gonna do. I'm just checking to make sure the video is available because I want to make sure everybody can see it. Right. We got one person watching. Of course that's me though. So I don't necessarily know what that is. I just want to make sure we got folks up in here. We got not tell them. There it is. So we gonna do something like this. We gonna y'all bear with me and everything like that. We got not tell them in the building. So we gonna do it like this. Go live. Go live. We doing a dual cast right now. We doing a dual cast. Yeah. That's what that is. That's what that is. We right now over there on TikTok. Yeah. We right there over on TikTok. So we gonna try and make it do what it do. Y'all see what we got going on. Trigger warning. Y'all saw the pictures. That was intentional. Ironheart and War Machine. Y'all saw that. That was intentional. Well, my fault. Notifications on. Here's what I did. So since the trailer has came out, right, quite a few folks then gave their opinion about the trailer, fans' reactions, things of that nature, media coverage. Now, I understand in this arena, this area and everything like that, some of us are called content creators, right. Some of us are called social media influencers, right, okay. I come from that old school journalism, Barbara Walters, Walter Cronkite, 60 Minutes. Like, I'm just going to give you the news. I'm going to give you the news. What you do with it is what you do with it. But I'm going to give you the news. Now, in me giving you the news, I believe in being impartial, which, I understand that could be, because you're trying to be popular, what you're going to put an emphasis on, being popular or being informative, because those things don't necessarily go hand in hand. Well, I've surveyed the area, surveyed the landscape and everything like that right there. And I said, you know what? Something about this don't seem right. It don't seem right. I'm going to go back and I'm going to look. And so I went and I looked at everybody that cried wolf. And I was responsible. I wasn't just looking at folks that was crying racism. I was looking at the folks that was crying woke and DEI. I went and surveyed the landscape of all of those who had an opinion enough to dedicate a video to it. That's what I did. I went and I looked at those who said everybody that had a problem with Riri Williams Ironheart was a racist. And I went and I looked at the videos of all those who said this is another woke DEI project. I did. And you know what I found unilaterally? I mean, across the board, whether they were pro or con, whether they were telling you why folks was hating on it, or whether they was telling you why it was no damn good. Do you know what the consistent thing was? Nobody was educating folks on who the hell Riri Williams was. Like, there was no video after they said only racists were complaining. There was no video follow-up after they said it's just another DEI woke project. No, they just told folks that and went away. Go back and look at whoever you were following. See if you don't know a damn thing about Riri Williams, see if they've done a damn thing to educate you about this character, why they telling you to be mad. Why they telling you don't watch it. Why they telling you it sucks. Why they telling you it's being hated on. Have they told you who this character is, or they just telling you how you should feel? Are they not just pumping their own damn stuff? Because I saw one, he had a lot to say, one day about the trailer and that everybody that hated the character was a racist. Other than that, they're talking about their own work, i.e. their own art, their own publication, their own fiction. But they're not educating you, the fan. They're just telling you how to feel. Well, how's somebody going to tell you how to feel and not educate you? This is the damnedest thing to me, to be sitting up here looking at this. I'm like, so you going to tell the other brothers and sisters to be upset, be pissed off, be mad. You're not going to tell them why? You're not even going to educate. You a brother, you a sister. You're not going to tell the brother and sister, the fans, you're not going to tell them nothing about the character. You just going to say everybody that don't like the character is a racist? Wow. You don't find that irresponsible? And then to all of those who just gonna say it's DEI and woke, that's where you stopping at. No further. No, you're not gonna break down the plot. You're not gonna get into the script. Character. You're not gonna talk about the origin. You're just going to stay right there, DEI and woke, and walk away, huh? It's both sides. Ain't nobody talking about, let me educate folks. You know what? I would think that would be the responsible thing to do. Educate folks on the character. Let them make their own damn decision. But now, we're going to talk about it. If we're going to talk about it, right. Let's talk about it. If we are, if you want to complain, why are you not complaining about the obvious? This is only 2 weeks worth of promo. You're only getting 2 weeks worth of promo. Why aren't you complaining about that? Like, that's the obvious thing. It's sitting right there with neon sign. It's coming out in June. Black History Month was February. Why we didn't hear about this then? It's sitting right there. It's lit. If you want to complain about something, that is legit. It's sitting right there in neon sign. They ain't even give this character enough pub time. If you want to complain about something, it's right there. How Riri get her own series before James Rose? It's right there. Those things sitting right there. James Rose been in the MCU longer than she had. So he don't deserve nothing. She been in one movie. No, this ain't me being misogynistic. Because actually, James Rose being developed prior to her would have helped her character out. See, James Rose would actually be her connection to Tony, since Tony's no longer in the MCU. Yeah. That would have made sense. But that's glaring right there. It's right there in bold neon sign. James Rose. And if we're talking about James Rose, sticking right there with James Rose, your ethnicity don't come into play here. You just need to be somebody that's got common sense. Why is he still paralyzed from the waist down? If he ain't got a Disney Plus series coming out in 2025, then that means the next time you see James will be next year, 10 years from when he was initially paralyzed. With all that Wakandan tech Sam flying around with vibranium suit, armor, wings, and all this other good stuff. You Komoyo bees, goddamn armor. You got the dadgum virus that was in Iron Man 3 and everything, extremist virus. Jane, if you want, it's right there in bold letters, neon sign. That's the thing to be upset about. You could put the R right there. Yeah, if you want to cry, the R word, it's right there. But you're not attacked. I don't know what we. And then, even if we would have got James Rhodes, you know what would have made it? You don't know anything about James Rhodes. You was going to get Tony's story through James Rhodes. That's Armor Wars. They wasn't going to get, now that would have been the time to give us an original story. That would have been the time. But no, all they were going to do was give you Tony's story. That Armor Wars is, but nobody who's out there right now telling you that they're wrong for not introducing Armor Wars is even bothering to tell you, even that is sus. Because that's Tony's story. You don't find that a little bit suspicious? Here we go. This isn't the R word. This would be the M word, as in misogynistic. They want to bring Shorty back and use Shorty to tell T'Challa's story. Mind you, she got her own. You know how Neo and Jamie Foxx said she got her own. Yeah. She got her own. She got her own as Black Panther. She got her own as the Griot. They want to tell you T'Challa's story. I could even throw the R word in that one because I'm like, damn, you don't even think enough of me to give me her own stories as a fan? No, they want to trigger you. And you're being triggered by quite a few folks on both sides. You ain't got to believe me. I'm of the mindset I've done more reread videos in just this short amount of time, trying to tell you who this character is, shedding some light on who the character really is, as opposed to just telling you to be mad. As a matter of fact, I'm not just telling you to be mad. I'm actually giving you what you could be mad about, as opposed to just telling you, oh, folks don't like this character because she Black. Some. That's the responsible journalist in me. Some don't like this character because she's Black. That is absolutely unequivocally a truth. Some don't like this character because she's a female. That's true. That is. Some don't like this character because she's a Black female. Yeah, absolutely. It's a small percentage out there. I'm pretty sure pissed that Dominique Thorne even got the damn role. I'm positive that. But there is a number out there. A number of comic book fans, whether you believe it or not, there is a contingent of comic book fans that do not like this version of Riri Williams. They're like, no, what the hell is wrong with the comic book version? We wanted that version. If you were going to bring her to the small screen live action, no differently than you brought her to the small screen via animation, why can't we get what we got in the comics? Stay right here. I'm going to ask this question. After I make this statement, Riri Williams is a girly girl. She's a girly girl. Is there a Black girly girl in the MCU that you know of? Or are they all cut and paste? And I've been dealing with Black women my whole life, and I know every Black woman ain't the same. As a matter of fact, you get cussed out telling Black women that. So you better not ever come out your mouth and say all Black women are alike. But if we're looking at the MCU, all Black women are alike, though, ain't they? No. See, if you're going to be upset about something, I can show it to you. I ain't trying to get you triggered. No, I ain't got to. I just need you don't, because I mean, all our sisters hard in the MCU. That's all I'm saying. All our sisters hard in the MCU. I think the softest sister we got in the MCU is Monica Rambeau, and that's all I'm saying. It ain't Maria. Maria kind of hard. Okoye, she hard. Nakia hard. Ayo hard. Yeah. Yeah. No, we ain't got Pepper Potts. No. We got a whole bunch of Natasha Romanoffs, regardless of where they come from. You don't find that a little bit suspicious? As a matter of fact, let's talk about James Rose. James Rose a colonel, ain't it? Full bird, ain't it? Full bird colonel, huh? Yeah. That's a full bird colonel. It is. I don't know no weak full bird colonel. You know any weak full bird colonels in any branch of the military? Any of them? And if you a brother and you a full bird colonel, oh, it's safe to say you earned your wings. It's safe to say you earned them. You did. You earned them wings. You did. You earned them. Oh, brother, full bird colonel. Y'all got that impression yet from James? I'm just asking questions. You got that impression from him yet? And when I say got the impression from him, what I'm saying is, you know how you looked at let me see here. Blood and Bone. You know how you looked at Michael Jai White? Blood and Bone. That's a strong black dude, right? Strong black dude. Strong. Now, I'm not just talking about strong as in strong. No, I'm saying that's a lead man. That's a strong brother and everything like that right there. Right. That's not James Rose. Should be. That ain't even Sam Wilson. Should be. You like to think that should be Fastos. That's a whole Eternal. No, he spent time crying. He spent more time crying than he did anything else. If you want to be mad, that's it right there. But Theo, what you saying? I'm saying where's your strong black male in the MCU? You want to be mad. You want to be mad and you want to use the R word. Oh, no. Don't say it because folks are criticizing Riri Williams. It's quite a few comic book fans criticizing Riri Williams because that character ain't got nothing to do with the character in the comic books. It's a contingent of comic book fans. So everybody that's complaining about Riri Williams is not a racist. But now those that are telling you ain't nothing but racist complaining, what are they doing to tell you, to educate you, to lift up your knowledge in regards to the character? To offset what the racists are saying? Or are they just one-offing? As in, we're going to jump into the Riri Williams topic of conversation, and we either going to get points based off of having this viewpoint or having that viewpoint. I'm going to either catch fire. Everybody gonna chime in if I say ain't nothing but racist that dislike it. Here come everybody. Or I can grab the other popular opinion and just say, this is another woke DEI project. Okay, now I'm finna get this fan base. Or I can choose to keep that thing a buck 100. I can choose to do that. Stand 10 toes down with it. And if I can't do anything else other than educate those who want to know what's really good with this character, I'm going to do that. I could honor those that came before me in journalism, Walter Cronkite, Dan Rathers, Barbara Walters, and tell you the real. And tell you if you are looking for something, it's right there. You ain't got to make it up. You ain't got to make that up. It's sitting right there. You ain't got to look hard. You ain't got to look hard. Remember when you heard something before about folks telling you even after Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Sam was still going to have to struggle? Never made sense to me. Is that the only story we know how to tell about a black man is his struggle? Well, ain't they still playing that forward? Yeah. Sam had to struggle with his confidence to get the shield in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He got to struggle to convince people he still deserved the shield in Captain America 4. In the next Avengers movie, he got to struggle to convince people he should be putting the Avengers together. Are we really having this conversation if Steve and Tony are around? Ain't Clint still living? Ain't Thor Odin's son still living? Is not Bruce Banner still around? Like, aren't these founding members of the Avengers? Yeah. Okay, so who in the hell get to take the name from them? Wasn't Sam a member before everybody else on this whole damn team? Why is the United States government, and maybe I shouldn't be asking this question in 2025, why is the United States government getting ready to give that name to a bunch of damn ex-criminals? I'm going to keep up with these notes. I'm over here on YouTube as well. I'm going to get on up out of here. I ain't going to stay too long. I just want us, don't get triggered. Wow, that's a point I never considered. What's going on? What's going on, Stamina MC? What's going on? We in here. What's going on, Big Ronnie? Jay's Rose is one giant question mark after secret irritation. Handled so badly, I don't know he shows up again anywhere. The question folks need to be asking is, like I said, why you ain't getting the James Rose story first? Because there is no James Rose story to tell. You want me to say that again? You're not getting the James Rose story because there is no James Rose story to tell other than the fact that he's War Machine. And I'm talking about that even in comics. And Marvel ain't stupid. No, it's quite a few folks out there. No James Rose comic book story. No Tony story. You better not do anything Armor Wars related with James Rose. You better not. Because that's when all hell finna break loose. That's one of the most significant storylines in Iron Man history. That's Tony's story. No differently than the demon in the bottle that we to a degree got in Iron Man 2. You can't do no demon in a bottle storyline with James Rose. No, what you can do with James Rose is the armor is rejecting me. They ain't tell y'all. Oh, my bad. See, when Tony fell off the wagon, pun intended, James put on his suit of armor. But Tony's suit of armor wasn't tuned to James's algorithms. So James was starting to develop migraines because he was wearing a suit of armor that was meant for Tony. And he had to abandon that suit of armor because it was doing. And Tony never bothered to tell him, hey man, the reason why you're going through this is because you ain't supposed to be wearing this. That's James' most significant storyline, other than him getting deleted by Thanos. And I know daggum good and well, I ain't trying to see that. So James don't have a story. And Kevin Feige ain't stupid. So you do Armor Wars, you can talk about it, but it's folks out there in the ether saying don't nobody want to see that. That's Tony's story. You not knowing, because you ain't checking for James like that, you're going to get triggered. The only people that's got a problem with Armor Wars are racist. No, it would be comic book fans too. My thing would be to the black fan, is why would you want Tony's story told through James? If we talking about black and you want to fight the power and everything like that, then you would fight the power for James Rhodes to have his own story. You wouldn't just be fighting the power just because it's a black character. No, fighting the power is black, meaningful, and impactful. It's not just black for the sake of being black. It's supposed to be some relevance there, right? Okay, well, James ain't got it. James ain't got it. And if the only time you checking for James is in the MCU, you're not helping him, regardless of who you are. So you part of the problem. You're not part of the solution. So there's that. Okay, well, what you finna do with Riri Williams? Whose story you finna tell? Mind you, if you're a comic book fan, you know, one, those are not her villains. Two, her stories ain't hitting like that. And you, once again, part of the problem. Because have you been going to the comic book store since 2022? Have you ordered you some Riri Williams comic books? Because if you're going to be mad and you're going to throw the R word out there, you might want to call the irresponsible, because you ain't checking for this character like that. No. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck. Before you get mad, get in your druthers and want to call somebody anything, what have you done for this character? Or have you been, well, I can't call you an absentee parent. Have you been an absentee fan? As in, you ain't done a damn thing to uplift this character since she showed up in Black Panther 2. You ain't bought no merch. You ain't sending your child to school with no Riri Williams stuff on. Ain't no Riri Williams backpack or nothing like that. You ain't on the social media boards talking about, let me get me some Riri. No, you know, I know damn good and well you ain't, because I go to the comic book store every Wednesday. I know damn good and well you ain't, because I go to the comic book store every Wednesday. So even you ain't checking for this character like that. Yeah, I'm not going to be the one to lie. Even those that are telling you to be upset, that you flocking to, that's got 5, 6, 7 point something million viewers and everything like that, subscribers, they're not even telling you a damn thing about the character. They just telling you to be mad. That makes sense? You gonna do what everybody else do just because they say do it? Because I went and looked, like I said, I want to know what I'm talking about before I come do these lives and everything like that. Ain't nobody that's told you to be mad told you a damn thing about the character. And mind you, that's whether they told you to be mad on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They ain't said nothing after that in regards to who this character really is. And you 38 hot because of what they said. You've been emotionally triggered one way or the other because of what somebody said. Somebody who couldn't be bothered to educate you on the character one way or the other. They couldn't be bothered to tell you whether it was DEI or woke. They couldn't be bothered to tell you that it was racist. Oh, no, they couldn't be bothered to tell you one way or the other. All they could do is be bothered to tell you, be triggered, and you triggered. One way or the other. You're not going to watch it because somebody told you it's woke or it's DEI. You're not going to watch it because somebody said racist. One way or the other. But you're not going to watch it because of what you know, because ain't nobody trying to educate you. I said it once, I say it again. I'm not watching it. I'm not the only one. But then again, while I don't mind New Jack City, I do like the brothers. And no, I'm not talking about the four brothers. No, you might be used to something like that. No, I'm talking about the brothers. I'm talking about the brothers. Yeah, see, I don't mind boys in the hood, right? But I want the wood too. And I'm talking about the movie. In essence, I want a balance. I do. If you can give me the bad, you can give me the good. I'm not just going to settle for the bad. Hey, it is what it is. I've been living long enough now to know that we want to talk about diversity. Give me some diversity when it comes to black and stop telling me the same damn story when it comes to black. As in, stop telling me I'm from the hood. That black folks come from more than just the hood. We ain't all in the streets like that. I don't want to keep watching that. I don't. If I can go from Good Times to Sanford and Son to the Cosby Show, and I can do that. I can do that. I can go from Different World to Martin to Living Single. Yeah. See, I'm gonna talk about it. Yeah. We ain't always in the streets. Riri Williams is a girly girl. Ain't nothing wrong with being a non-girly girl. But where the girly girls at in the MCU? Because we don't have them. Every black woman is hard. Wow. All of them. Meanwhile, every black man low-key kind of soft. Something wrong with him. He flawed somewhere, ain't he? Some ail it. Some ail him somewhere. I can even go into it like this. Why we can't get the black family? Hell, they finna go above and beyond to give you a full-fledged family in a few months. How many black characters we got in the MCU? You can't say you didn't even got a black family with Black Panther 1 or 2. Bars. Yeah, that's it right there. See, that's right there. If you want to be mad, that's right there. If you want to be mad. But when we're talking about projects, you want to get triggered. Know why you being triggered. You want to cry foul. Well, don't get, I want to make sure I say this. Don't get a false start confused with an illegal motion. Them two different penalties. Yeah, they're going to result in the same type of fine per se, but them two different things. You want to be pressed about what's going on racist with Riri Williams? Think about what you're being asked to do. Know why you're being asked to do it. See if the folks that's asking you to do it have done anything else to lift up your knowledge in regards to the character, or they're just telling you to be triggered. Even the people who are just telling you not to watch it because it's either DEI or woke, no, challenge them on that BS, because honestly, that's the bigot. That's the racist, because they can't be bothered. They want to tell you, don't watch it because it's a woman in it. Don't watch it because it's a black person in it. No, that's the bigot. That's the racist right there. They should be able to break this down per their comic book knowledge. And if they can't do that one way or the other, all they're wanting to do, regardless of who you are, is benefit off you being triggered. You being emotional. Which is the damnedest thing, because then if we take it a step further, that's the hate monger in comics. I'm going to encourage hate before I encourage knowledge. Yeah, it's a character over there that does that exact same thing. That's what they're doing. Emotionally manipulating us one way or the other for the selfish ass mindset of clicks and damn views. It's up to you what you're going to do. I ain't saying, I'm just saying, listen, I'm out. I ain't come here for a good time. I came here for a knowledgeable time. And at the end of the day, it is about growing the knowledge. You either care or you don't. You either care or you don't. You either care or you don't. And if the question is why I'm not answering TikTok comments, I said it once, I say it again. I'm not here for all that trolling on TikTok. Folks got 5 miles and stuff like that. I'm just here to teach. I'm just here to encourage. I'm just here to lift up some knowledge and everything like that. I'm not here for that ignorance. So until we can get it where I know folks understand when I'm holding a TikTok video, live, don't come in here with that nonsense, it's gonna be real, real hard for me to look down at them comments and acknowledge them, cause I ain't for that. I ain't for it. That said, I'm out. I appreciate it. If you are picking up what I'm putting down on TikTok, you understand what I'm saying. You can rock with that and everything like that. Come on over to the YouTube channel, subscribe to a brother and everything like that. Somebody asked me, was it a safe space? I'm gonna say it like this. It's a safe space if you allow it to be a safe space. We don't get caught up in gender over here. We don't get caught up in race over here. We don't get caught up in religion and politics over here. We don't. We don't get caught up in orientation over here. We don't. No, it's called the Rock With Me Nation for a reason. Rock with those that rock with you. Go where you celebrate it. Vice tolerate it. And over here, we celebrate one another. So if you want some other stuff, no, this ain't no safe space for you. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. If you on some other stuff, no, because what we about over here, we about one. That's the end all, say all. We about one. That said, I'm out, man. I appreciate y'all for rocking with a brother. Let me go back through these notes though, because I ain't gonna do y'all like that. Put this up in the boat and put these reading glasses on, because y'all came in at the last second. The YouTube family, my brother Darryl pulled up, notification gang, not telling him in the building. Stamina all the way from London. What's going on, big dude? What's going on? The Birdman did a decent job of shining a light on who Riri is while debunking a lot of nerd rotters BS. As a non-book reader, that was my takeaway. Yeah, at the end of the day, we need to be giving y'all the knowledge. It's not enough to say, oh, it's just racist. No, we need to be telling y'all, hey, this what's going on. Because honestly, the racist thing to me is, why is this character portrayed like she a hood chick? That's the racist thing to me. Why she ain't just a college student? I watched Different World. What was wrong with them? Cool kids don't go to college? I ain't trying to be funny, but damn, I know the FAMU strikers used to be considered cool all day, every day, twice on Sunday. What, we saying the alphas ain't cool? The deltas ain't cool? The AKAs ain't cool? Oh, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. No, we're not going to act like it's uncool to go to college. We're not going to act like you can't be down if you go to, no, that's crap. That's crap. I'm going to throw a flag. I'm going to throw illegal participation. I'm going to throw a flag on it all. That's the racist thing. But then you would have to be woke. See, that's woke right there. That folk be like, See, that's woke. See, when you can sit there, oh, Lord Jesus, have mercy. See, if it ain't black, it ain't woke. It ain't woke. It ain't black. See, that's the woke thing right there. That's the racist thing. She got to be from the hood with cornrows. So she got cornrows in Black Panther 2. And she got braids in this one. So there's no other hairstyle available for her. This it. Hell no, I ain't even finna act like that. I know damn good and well I ain't the only one. No. When the only time the sisters don't want to do their hair? No, tell the truth. When the only time the sisters ain't trying to do their hair on campus? It's finals week. No, hell no. No, hell no. I went to school in Florida State. I used to go to FAMU on Be Out Day. We're not gonna do that. What? See, that's the racist thing for me. No, that's the racist thing. That's how she looking. That's how she looking if she might be going to damn elementary school. Oh, no. College, we're not doing that. No, no. You gotta tell me no, you gotta talk to somebody ain't been to college. Jane Rose is one giant question. Yeah, yeah. What's going on, Big Ronnie? What's going on, Professor Film Fam in the building? What's going on? What's going on, D Steezel? The Rock With Me Nation moderator is in the building. What is going on? D Steezel started reading Iron Man in the 80s. Rhodey is my guy. No War Machine respect in the MCU. Y'all want to get that instant replay? Because we can. Like I said, buddy, I know damn good and well if somebody go look down my video history, I didn't say it quite a few times. I don't understand why this damn dude is still paralyzed. But the folks that's telling you to be mad, that's telling you it's racist, I know damn good and well ain't none of them saying nothing about James Rose. And do you know why? Because if they are, then that means their fans ain't locking in. And if you got 6.5 this, 7.5 that, no, I don't believe your fan base ain't locking in. No, you ain't said nothing. But everybody and their mama, that damn well, I don't want to say everybody because that would be me generalizing. It's quite a few of us black mad right now, and you don't know what you mad about. You just mad because somebody told you to be mad about Riri Williams. And when you go look at them folks, I don't care if they on TikTok, I don't care if they on Instagram, I don't care if they on YouTube, I don't care if they on Facebook, I don't care if they on Blue Sky, I don't care if they on that little hashtag, I don't care. Wherever you go, the only thing they had to say about Riri Williams is you should be mad. It's either you should be mad or it's another piece of DEI woke trash. What they ain't told you is about the character. I know because I look. Nope. They said what they had to say about Riri Williams, got you to look in, got you to leave a comment, got you all in their feelings, and then they told you about the stuff they was trying to sell. That's called propaganda. It's called propaganda. And I just, you either care or you don't. You either gonna want to be mad or you don't. He weak story was being a scroll. Yeah. Yeah, it was. What's going on? The Kamoyo King is in the building, president of the Black Panther fan group. What is going on? My brother Kamoyo King also has a YouTube channel. And Comic Ironheart should have been Rhodey's younger sister, Jeanette. Sound like you read comic books. Sound like you got a vision. Might that vision be because you read comic books? I don't know. What's going on? These things are not interested in Ironheart because never found comic MCU Riri interesting. Prefer Misty, Monica, Monet, Silhouette, Frenzy, etc. over her. That's fair. That's fair. All the sisters are almost ooh. So the comment that we got in YouTube is, I'm gonna rephrase it. All the sisters in the MCU hard. All the sisters in the MCU hard. Am I saying that the sisters in the MCU aren't attractive? No, I didn't say that. Don't put that in my mouth. No, the sisters in this MCU bad. No. The sisters in the MCU bad. No. I don't. Florence Kasumba. Y'all, some of y'all like, who is Florence Kasumba? That's Io. So no. I'm not saying the sisters in the MCU. Tiana Paris? Oh, Lord Jesus, have mercy. And we're going to give it up one time for the OG queen herself, Angela Bassett. Oh, no, nobody, do not go tell nobody that what we said in this video is that the sisters in the MCU aren't attractive, aren't fine. Don't tell, because that's a lie. No, we're saying they're portrayed as hard in the MCU. That's what we say. I know folks are taking it wrong. They say, I know we didn't say that. We didn't say that. And can I just say one more time? Florence Kasumba. Y'all don't know who she is. That was the one that told Natasha Romanoff, move or you will be moved. we throw a lot of names around here for Aurora Monroe and everything like that. I'm just can I throw Florence Kasumba's name into the hat? And I don't want to hear nothing about she didn't play another character in Marvel in the MCU. It's been other actors that did that, actresses that did that, and everything like that. Can we get that sister? Oh, Jesus have mercy. Ooh. Godly. Y'all don't see that? y'all don't see that? I see it. Oh Lord, I see it. Y'all don't see Florence. Oh. That's I'm right there, Florence Kasumba. You know what? Artificial intelligence, right? We got AI. This is the day and age of AI and everything like that. Somebody send me a picture of Florence Kasumba and Storm. Y'all that's rocking with me. Y'all got my social media account and everything like that. Send me an AI generated picture of Florence Kasumba as Aurora Monroe. Please and thank you. It'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. What's going on? This is why I am talking about Forever on Netflix, because of how well we are represented. Love it. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Professor Film Fan. Cornrows, but yet the comics version had hair more like Shorty did in Wakanda Forever. Damn sure did. This beyond me. Yeah. That would be that's being woke though. That's being woke. You sitting up like this. So she go to MIT. Let me guess, she's struggling financially too, huh? You mean to tell me, as smart as she is, she ain't got a full ride? So you mean to tell me with her and Shorty like that, Shorty ain't paid for her tuition? And she say she going for a job interview. Okay, stay right there. So last I checked, Black Panther, at the end of the movie, wasn't they establishing the Wakandan Outreach Center in America? That was 2018. That was 2018. So you mean to tell me there's no place Wakanda in America since 2018? It's 2025. It's 7 years later. You mean to tell me for 7 years they ain't established nothing in New York? A mentorship program from Wakanda to MIT? No. So we can go get, we'll go get Riri, because she might have created a device that can tell folks where Taloka is, because it can locate vibranium. And the young lady that did that and then created her own suit of armor in Wakanda, she back in America. And she say her internship. I'm not trying to be funny, but I said before, I went to college. My two oldest daughters went to college. My second oldest is in college right now. Internship, that's after college or between semesters. I'm saying Shuri ain't look out for her, Okoye ain't look out for her. Like, we ain't got nothing Wakanda set up. Like, not even with the Avengers, nothing. Shield, because she's smart as hell. Like, what? Why? Never mind. See, that's the woke thing, though. That's the woke thing. That would be the woke thing. Now, you're not looking for that if you sleep watching Power, Book of Power, Ghost, BMF, and everything, because that's the world that you live in. So you would be sleep. But that's the woke thing right now. Let me see. These Steves, I'm old school. Riri has been around long enough for me to care. Give me them OG sister heroine. Yeah. What's going on, Gray? All MCU black folks on the struggle bus. I mean, I'll be trying not to say that, but that, you got to be woke. Wakanda struggling. They finna keep struggling. No. You see Wakanda struggle. First movie, they got a civil war. Second movie, well, not they second movie. Well, you could. They second movie, they getting into it with another country. In between those movies, they dealing with a planetary war. Right. Next time you see them, it's gonna be another war. So yeah. They ain't had a moment worth of peace yet. What's going to be running? We need to hit up CBI, and I'm tired of talking to that dude. He don't listen. And the Marvel editors to give us more Ironheart and War Machine comic books so we can grow these characters. Well, they do have War Machine currently in West Coast Avengers, except they got Tony in there too in his Silver Centurion armor for no reason whatsoever. So it's right now, Rhodey is working with convicted criminals. Somebody joked and said that's the DEI Avengers. That is the DEI Avengers, because James Rhodes is putting together an Avengers team that's basically a work release program. That would be woke. What's going on? What up, Gray? Ronnie, we've been on CB for a long year. He ain't paying attention. These MCU fans lie and claim everything is okay, but they're not repeating the same success they had during the Infinity Saga. No. And if we wanted to look at the Infinity Saga, what folks don't know, because if they're not comic book fans, is the Infinity Saga comes from the comic books. It was not a one-to-one adaptation, but it was close enough to the point where it respected the source material. We didn't get the Silver Surfer falling through Doctor Strange's skylight. Instead, we got the Hulk. Okay, cool. As long as you know somebody fell through. But what we didn't do, like we did in the comics, is we didn't bring everybody back like we did in the comic. No, we sat up here as fans. One actor wants to go play Dr. Dolittle. One actor wants to go play Dr. Dolittle. That is the only reason why they're killing off his character. If he don't want to go play Dr. Dolittle, he gonna say, and I am Iron Man, and you gonna get Iron Man 4, Iron Man 5, Iron Man 6. He wanted to go play Dr. Dolittle. The other leading character, he wanted to get behind the camera. He was tired of being in front of the camera. I'm talking about Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans. So when folks talk about they didn't want to recast role, no. The reason why they ain't recast Iron Man is because low-key, to a degree, they want Robert Downey Jr. to come back. The reason why they ain't recast Steve Rogers is low-key, they want Chris Evans to come back. Why? They didn't want him to leave in the first place. They didn't. This whole daggone thing about, oh no, we can't recast. You didn't live long enough to see folks get recasted, and you ain't never had a problem with it. You ain't never had a problem with it. Ain't nobody ever told you they wasn't going to recast the character because somebody passed away. Oh, no. You ain't never heard that. And I'm looking at us because this is the other woke part about it. You as a black person are never going to fix your mouth to tell the white person the white character can't be recast because the white actor passed away. You're not. You're never going to feel that comfortable. You're not. So when you tell your fellow brothers and sisters like that, you're being very, very disingenuous. You would never. You would never. You know you not. They not gonna suggest it. They not gonna let you get comfortable enough to talk like that. But over here in this realm, well, you knowing you wouldn't fix your mouth to say that to them about theirs, but you will say it to yours all day. That's you literally being asleep. That's the epitome of being asleep, because you know you wouldn't. What's going on? The Black Panther fan group on YouTube. They said they didn't connect inactivity. They trying to say I ain't doing nothing on TikTok. I think they just mad. Here we go. We back. We still at it. We still got some juice and everything. I'm keeping up with these notes. Big Andre, what's going on? Ed Demeanor, what's going on? Yeah, we in here. Kamoyo King, I just subscribed over there to the Black Panther. Yeah, go get that knowledge. Go get that knowledge. Riri so smart, she was able to locate vibranium without having any vibranium in hand to test on. Yep, but got to go get a job in the hood. Yeah, got to go get a job in the hood. That makes sense to somebody though, don't it? That makes sense to somebody. So when she can't keep the Wakanda armor but Ross, that makes sense to somebody. That's all I'm gonna say. B, you know Ryan, right story that he seen outside his window. I don't know what window it is. West Coast Avenger was supposed to be his book. It was supposed. That's why I bought it. I'm like, James Rose, Colonel Fullbird, finna have his own book. I'm thinking he finna run West Coast Avengers. I don't know why I need to see Tony over there, especially when Tony in the Avengers. Tony is literally in the Avengers, got his own solo monthly series. Why he need to be over there in West Coast Avengers? Not only over there in West Coast Avengers, but running West Coast Avengers. He ain't even running the Avengers team. Hey, they like it. I love it. Ryan wanted Riri connected to Wakanda so bad because of whatever reason. Yeah. Jonathan Hickman's Future Foundation already introduced young female Wakandan prodigy Anome. Yeah, sure did. So that's my thing right here. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. Y'all didn't have to do that and everything. Japan Amir, my brother Japan Amir. I don't know. I don't know if he's still here. But like I said, my thing is this. And I'm gonna round this back up. Trigger warning. Be mindful of the person that's telling you to be triggered and not giving you no knowledge. Be mindful of that. At the very least, before you get mad. What's going on, Miss Kent? What's going on? The head door herself is in the building. Before you get mad, you should, at the very least, want to be educated. I looked, because I said, let me just see. And the folks that's telling y'all to be mad, you know they ain't educated you. They ain't even told you why you should be mad. They either told you be mad because it's DEI woke, or they told you folks just mad and they all racist. That's the biggest cop out. But that's them taking advantage of the situation one way or the other. Here's what you know though. Before the trailer hit, they wasn't telling you a damn thing about Riri Williams, one way or the other. They wasn't telling you Riri was a DEI or a woke character. They wasn't telling you wasn't nobody gonna like Riri because she was black. They didn't say nothing. They wasn't checking for Riri. Well, Riri come out in 2 weeks. That was the racist thing. That was the racist part of it. They should have told you this was coming out so you could have got stoked like you were getting stoked, like some others were getting stoked about Fantastic Four. Like you were getting stoked like some others were getting stoked about Thunderbolts. The way some folks are getting stoked right now about Avengers Doomsday. Here's the sad part about it. They told you about Doomsday and Secret Wars. They told you when they was coming out before they told you when Ironheart was coming out. That was the racist part of it. They been knew this series was coming out in June. They been knew it and didn't say anything. Don't get mad at folks that's educating you. No, you want to be mad at the studio. It's the studio putting them stereotypical tropes out there. If you my age a little bit longer, you watch Different World. You watched Different World and you liked it. You watched Blackish and you liked it. You watched Youngish and you Adultish, whatever that show was, you liked it. I'm not saying you can't like Power. I'm not saying you can't like Book of Power, but you like them other shows too. Well, in the MCU, all they keep giving you, and I'm sorry, this might offend some people. I'm going to preface this by saying it like this. I grew up in the projects of Atlanta. I grew up in the slums of Bronx, New York. I did. I didn't know what a house looked like till I moved to Camilla, Georgia. That was the first time I knew anything about a neighborhood. So I'm very confident in being able to speak on this. They're giving you the ghetto-fied version of Riri Williams. They gave you a Riri Williams they could easily drop in the BMF show. They giving you a Riri Williams that could easily pop up in Book of Power. They giving you a Riri Williams that you could easily watch in P-Valley. That's all we got. That's all we know. That's all we respect. That's all we like. That would be the racist part right there, sitting right there. And it's there with a neon sign. The question is whether or not you're paying attention. It ain't for me to say. Me and mine, we've been spotted it. So when I'm able to look at this show and say, I'm not effing with it, I'm not effing with it because it's a black woman that's leading it. I'm not effing with it because it's a black character. I'm not effing with it because it's a piss poor representation of what was presented, created for me and mine in the comic books. I'm not effing with it because as long as I've been living, while I have interacted with women like Riri Williams, I know damn good and well it's more than that that's out there. And ever since I've been paying attention to the MCU, okay, well, Okoye was hard. Shorty was sassy. Nakia was hard. Io's hard. Anika is sassy. Queen Mother Ramunda is hard. If we wanted to talk about Monica Rambeau, it's real hard to do because we really ain't got Monica Rambeau. But pick one. She's a toss-up between being hard and sassy. That's all we got when it comes to our women. You might not like what I just said, but hell, tell me I was wrong. And if you don't like what I said, go talk to Marvel. Tell them to stop portraying our women, our men like that. What do we get with Fastos? A gay man spent half the damn movie crying. Half the movie crying and the other half of the movie whining about he didn't want to be put in the middle. That would be the racist thing. But see, you got to be woke to see it. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Listen, I'm out. Thank y'all so much for rocking with your brother. I definitely appreciate it. This Sunday, y'all didn't have to pull up. Y'all didn't have to do this. Y'all did. Y'all could have been anywhere else. We are coming back, though. Black Panther, Man Without Fear, David List, issue 522. Yeah, we got that. We got that editing right now. Yeah, we got that editing right now, which is crazy because that Fear Itself storyline, it fit. Like, that's an old storyline, but considering what's going on in today's world, it fit. I don't know why. It's ironic as hell. That's that amount. We're going to come back. Make sure you got your notifications on and everything like that. If you're rocking with me, you see me on TikTok and everything. YouTube, that's where I be at and everything. That's where I get paid. With TikTok, it's a little bit slower over here. That said, though, we are out. In the meantime, in between time till next time, in memory of the late, great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman, whether we get along or not, whether we agree or not, that don't matter. I wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and so we out.